Christmas, a beautiful time of the year where you get to enjoy time with your family, cook some wonderful meals, celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, decorate your house, and open the presents. But for some football clubs, it is a nightmare. Their massive plans for this season have fallen apart, and they're in the state of emergency. Those clubs often sack their managers and are looking for someone who will save whatever is left from their season. And this is what we'll be doing today, ladies and gentlemen. Specifically, this is a bottom at Christmas challenge in Football Manager 26. Basically, you take charge of a club in the relegation zone and your only task is to save the club from relegation. This is the challenge where you can prove you can manage under immense pressure of potentially getting dropped and sacked. And today, we will try to save one of those teams. There were plenty of great candidates. However, there really was only one choice. We're talking about one of the biggest teams in Poland, Legia Warsaw. A team that before this season had the ambition of dominating the league and going far in Europe. To prove they're serious about it, Legia signed 4 Polish internationals, including the loudest transfer of the summer window, an attacking midfielder Kacper Urbański. However, after a promising start, it all fell apart. The manager, Edward Jordanescu, was sacked at the end of October, and to make things even worse, Legia did not replace him until the winter break. The club also barely made it to the Conference League stage, where they crashed out. And in the league, it's even worse. They're rock bottom, level all points with newly promoted Brookpet. And this is also our starting point. Let's dive in and save Legia's season. This squad is not meant to be in such a dramatic situation. We've got some of the biggest names in Polish football here. This includes aforementioned Kacper Urbański, who has loads of potential. We also have, you guessed it, some more Polish internationals. Some of them are another central midfielder in Bartosz Kapustka, a defensive midfielder Damian Szymański who's got 24 caps, a centre-back Kamil Piątkowski, or a reliable right-wing-back Paweł Wszołek. Foreign players are also really talented, with the likes of Ruben Vinagre at left-back or Mileta Rajovic, a record 3 million signing up front. But so far this season, nothing works in this team, and our task is to turn the season around. And here's some good news. This season in the Ekstraklasa is extremely tight, to the point that the leaders are only 11 points ahead of us in the rock bottom. So if we make all of the right moves, we may even win the league, which I know right now sounds ridiculous. We joined the club right at the start of the winter break, and so it's time to see if we can make any moves. We only have about 100,000 euros in the transfer budget, but the free 7,000 per week in the wage budget means I could sort out the contract extensions. And so, I extended the contracts with Kacper Tobiasz, Bartosz Kapustka and Jurgen Eliti. Next, I set up the whole window and signed an assistant manager Jens Bauer and 2 scouts. Jakub Dryś from Korona Kielce and Rafał Żerebecki from most recently Pogoń Szczecin. For the latter two, I also sorted out the recruitment focuses, so they can focus on making this a decent window. And I also had to prepare some budget for them, so I made 4 sales. Claudio Gonçalves went to Bulgaria, Patryk Kun started his new chapter in Romania, Marco Buch returned to his native Switzerland, and Kacper Chodyna went to Újpest in Hungary. We got a total of €500,000 from those transfers, and adding on the wages, we had over $1 million available. In all honesty, we only needed to sign a left winger. After looking for my options, I went with Konrad Walem, transfer listed at Slavia Prague for 1.3 million. And now, it's time to start saving this season. We're literally last. We can only improve from here. Friendlies showed some promise, as they included a draw against Monaco and a 5-4 win over RB Salzburg. By the way, this is a moment of appreciation for the single away fan that turned out to the under-19s friendly against Ruch Chorzów in the new year. What a dedication! But for now, we are prepared and ready to save this campaign. Our first opponents after the winter break were Korona Kielce, who returned to action starting from 9th. The ball goes back to Urbański. The ball goes to Kapustka, who hits a strike, and that finds the top corner. Fantastic start. Ruben Vinagre this time around. Again to the near post. Mileta Rajovic. This is his breakthrough potentially. Nikolov. Cross. The far post. Tamar Svetlin. Looking for a way to make a comeback. Antonin. It's a squared ball, and after plenty of chaos, Vladimir Nikolov equalizes. Maybe you can go to the halftime with a leading goal or something. Stojanovic. Rajovic. Krasniki. Finds Rajovic. Rajovic with a strike. We take back the lead. It's a brace from Mileta. Kapustka. Rajovic. That's what we wanted. Back heel to Krasniki. Urbański has plenty of space. That was such a beautiful play. Reca. Bit of a clumsy clearance. And it's 3-3. Urbański. Rajovic gets past the defender. Oh, that could have been a winning hat-trick. Although we did not win, I did see some clear positives. We actually could create chances. And Mileta Rajovic, who missed some clear-cut chances this season so far, started this round with a brace. This debut was still not good enough for the press, who already speculate how quickly will I lose the job. I mean, it's literally my debut, what do you mean? So let's prove them a little bit wrong. For the second match, we went to Gdynia to face the local side Arka. Vinagr. Urbański gets the ball to Weishaupt. He passes it to Rajovic. And Rajovic with a third goal in 2 matches. Maybe Urbański will find some space. He does. He's on the left. Gets past the defender. Makes a cross. Rajovic! This is our first win in 13 competitive matches. We broke the worst streak in the club's history. Since I played out the save before the final Conference League match, I am not counting the win over Lincoln Redims in the Conference League. And I hope we'll build up on this momentum. GKS Katowice were our third opponents, and we wanted to prove the win over Arka wasn't a lucky one. We had a difficult first half, but then Kapustka got the ball from a corner. Kapustka gets the ball back, needs to deliver a cross or make a cut. Weishaupt, blocked shot, Kapustka with a volley, and we take the lead over Katowice. And Relak now gets the chance, and the Slovak fortunately equalizes. Near post, and Reca wins the header. I believe this is his first goal since he came to Legia Warsaw last summer. Yeah, it is. Another great win added to the collection. But we only played against the lower half of the league so far. Now, it's time for the teams fighting for the title. Wisła Płock, a surprise package of the season so far, were next. They tried to find a counter, but just couldn't convert it. And we wanted to show them how to score goals. Urbański back to Kapustka. Rajovic wins the header. Krasniki with a volley. Kapustka. Urbański. And now Rajovic has been fouled. That is a red card. He had no reason to make this tackle. He was like 5 years too late. He finds Kapustka on the right wing. Kapustka with a chance to make it a cross or win a penalty. Hopefully he gives us the second. He does. And Kapładi wins the header. It's 3-0 for us. Now Krasniki wasn't fighting to get possession, and it leads to Yimei having a chance. We no longer have a clean sheet. With this win, we can escape the relegation battle for good. It's time to see if we were fighting for something more. We're now taking on the 2024 champions, Jagiellonia Białystok, who wanted to cause some trouble from the very start. To Jesus Imas, who found Pululu, and Kacper Tobiasz. Fantastic save on this 1v1. Szołek with a cross. Abramovich not the best of clearances. Urbański with a volley. What a goal! Jagiellonia still pushing. Kuziemka. He's on the left side, making a cross to Imas. What a wasted chance. Now he gets past Reca, unfortunately. Good cross to Pululu. With a ball to Ensame. Romańczuk only clears it to Krasniki, who gives us the lead. We defeated one of the biggest teams in Poland and could quietly join the title race. But now it was time for the league leaders. Cracovia won all of the last 5 games. Before this game we also received some devastating news. Our goalkeeper Kacper Tobiasz, who found some great form in the recent games, suffered a 6-week injury. If Marcel Mendes-Dudziński does not find his rhythm quickly, our title chances are going to end before they even start. Needs to find Urbański very quickly. He does so. He's in the penalty area, Kacper, and Antonio Ciola gives us the lead. He's this time on the left, the Bulgarian, and he's looking for a cross. Marek! And after a couple of headers, Stoilkovic has a brilliant chance because of Bichachcian. Aleksic! Very good job here. Bichachcian. And Salme. This time from 16 meters out. 3-2, we still have some hope. Cracovia extended their streak and now are looking like firm favorites for the title. And for us, we just need to focus on winning as many games as possible. Next opposition, Radomiak Radom, managed by a quite recent Legia coach, Gonzalo Fejo. Near post? Or just to the middle, Rafa Augustyniak scores a header. Brought onto the pitch today, Elite Team. This time around he scores by himself. As Elite Team delivers a cross onto the head of Piątkowski. Wolski, our former player, like 10 years ago, passes it to Maurides. It's 3-1. Good win. That's what we wanted. But the next match is going to be much harder because we've got Raków Częstochowa. Piątkowski. Elite Team. Finds Bichachcian, who has a brilliant chance. Elite Team with another assist. The cornerback is in fantastic form. Kapustka with Stojanovic on the right side. Kapustka with a back heel. Back to Kapustka, who gets past the opponent. and scores the second goal. And Bogdan Mircetic gives a consolation goal to Raków. Yet another fantastic win to our collection. With just 8 matches left, it doesn't look like we'll win the title, but a European slot is really within reach. So let's go for it. We started April with a visit to Szczecin, where the home side Pogoń wanted to start strong with this opportunity 30 seconds in. But just half a minute later, we were the ones starting strong. Stojanovic delivers a cross. Weishaupt wins the header. We take the lead over Pogoń Szczecin. What a brilliant start. Wali Góra now to Grosicki down the left side. He can deliver a cross from the outside of his foot or cut inside. Grosicki on the left gets the ball and now makes a 10. Delivers it to Antonik this time. He scores. Urbański just pass it to Rajovic or to Elitim. Elitim gives us back the lead. Krasniki down the right wing. Makes a cross. Mileta. Rajovic starts the second half the best way possible. 3-1 for us. Juvara. And Marian Churza scores a goal that gives Pogoń hope for the final minutes. This run of form is great, but we cannot stop here. We have to keep going, as it's time for the 3 crucial matches. Górnik Zabrze, Zagłębie Lubin and Lech Poznań. These 3 matches will decide what we will fight for at the end of this campaign. First is the team from Silesia, who travel to us with hopes of keeping up with the title race themselves. Delivers a cross. He finds Weishaupt just over the keeper. Augustyniak tried to win this header, but Janicki was there to stop it. Krasniki tries to recycle it. Rajovic off the crossbar, and we take the lead over Górnik Zabrze. Piątkowski to Walem, and we instantly find the second goal after the changes. Another victory. We're only 2 points behind Górnik Zabrze, and we're only 4 points behind Raków Częstochowa. I can already tell the next 2 games will be absolutely crucial. And now, it was time to play Zagłębie Lubin, who are only 2 points behind us. It was also the game that saw the return of 2 key players. Marcel Mendes-Dudziński did well as a replacement, but now it's time for Tobiasz to return. Damian Szymański was also out for 3 months after suffering an injury during the winter, and now he's finally back in the starting 11. Can these 2 returning players help us keep the winning streak? Finds Rajovic, who gets in behind. We take the lead. It could be offside, and it will stand. Now it's Vinagr back to Urbański. Fantastic link-up play here. Elitim scores the second goal, being brought back to Jakub Sypek. Orlikowski to Sypek. It was in a 1v1. We've won over Zagłębie Lubin. That's great, that's good. We've got 47 points, only 2 points behind third place, and now it's time for the most important game of the season. If we take the win in Poznań, we'll be able to say we're in a title fight. Draw or lose, and all we may get is Europe. Weishaupt gets the ball, gets passed, passes it back to Urbański, and Urbański got to it first, scored it to the top corner. Wow! Waldemar. Oh, Ishak found plenty of space, and he does not score, thankfully. And now it's Ismail on the left wing. Ishak gets a chance. Waldemar hits the post. Bengtsson to Ismail. Pereira gets the chance. Oh, that turn and that top corner strike is massive. With only 4 matches left, Jagiellonia are in the lead, 10 points ahead of us. Theoretically, we can still take the title, but Jagiellonia would need to totally collapse, and they are looking like doing so, even with a challenging fixture list coming up for them. In May, we're going to play 4 games, all against teams fighting against relegation. There is zero tolerance for mistakes now. We have to win all 4 matches, starting with a fierce rivalry against Widzew Łódź. Rajovic and Weishaupt potentially wins a penalty here. Jurgen stopped by Biegański, but Urbański wins the ball back, passes to Elitim. Quick response, we somehow get the ball back. Weishaupt has a chance on the 1v1. Kapustka, loads of space, and Urbański hits the post. Szczechu, Andy Zakiri, oh no, it's a chance for Kozlowski, and the left back with the slowest shot ever makes a turn with a pass to Urbański. Urbański delivers a cross, but you didn't really need to do that. Urbański, wow, I mean just wow, you scored that like 5 times this season and now you cannot. Bichachcian, fantastic pass to Urbański, and this time Urbański scores. We're lucky to avoid defeat here, because we've had way too many chances, and then Widzew got like 1 massive chance and scored. In the same match day, Jagiellonia played Raków Częstochowa. Raków won 1-0, and Michael Amejos' lone goal keeps us in the title fight. We still have an outside chance of claiming it, But like I said before, we cannot make any mistakes. Termarica Brookbet are up next. They desperately need to win for themselves, otherwise they'll go down. The levels across to Noak Weishaupt, who opens up the scoring with a header. Bański, good dribbling. And Elitin, block shot, but Bański has a chance. What a goal from the defensive midfielder. It's 2-0, just 6 minutes in, but I have to say it, what a strike. Kraszniki, Urbański. 3-0. Warszawa, Zapolnik, Fassbender. And he's been tackled by Winag. He gets the ball back though. And now crosses to Jakubi, gets 3-1. Fassbender, Kubica, Kubica to Zapolnik. Zapolnik has a chance and he gives hope to Nieciecza. Back to Kraszniki. We'll try to recycle it. We'll try to do it again. And Stojanovic thankfully wins the ball. Stojanovic still going and scores the fourth after a solo run. Jagiellonia lost to Pogoń Szczecin. Do you understand how big these news are? Honestly, I did not think we would have a chance of winning the title with just 2 matches left. We went from the bottom of the league to the European places. And the season is not done yet. We just have to win over Lechia Gdańsk and Motor Lublin and see what happens elsewhere. Elitin passes to Rajovic. Rajovic to Kraszniki. Kraszniki can find Weishaupt. He does so. Weishaupt is on the left side. Makes a turn. Gets past the defender. He's still in the area. Wow, what a goal from Noah. Rajovic. Weishaupt wins the ball back. We're still playing it out. Szymański. No way. Second match in a row and another beautiful strike. With a 10. Neugebauer tries to score. He does score. Kraszniki, weird cross that one. Weishaupt as an empty net. He scores the third goal. Szołek. Check to Rajovic. 4. Makes a cut inside Olson. Wojtowicz. Oh wow. Elitim and Samej. Kraszniki first touches here. Finds Samej. Who has a chance and scores a 5th goal. We're still going. We're still going. This is insane. How is this match going to finish? Wyganowski. 6-2. And you know what? We did our part in Gdańsk. And Piast Gliwice also helped us a bit. But with Jagiellonia taking a win over GKS Katowice, it was officially over. We could no longer win the title. Although I must say, it may have been too good to be true if we ended up in the first place. Escaping the bottom and getting involved in the title fight is still remarkable. But we still have one more match to play. We can still end this chapter on the high. Mid-table Motor Lublin are our final opponents, while Raków Częstochowa take on 10th Arka Gdynia. The match in Częstochowa is also very important, because if we win and Raków lose, we will finish in 2nd and somehow qualify for the Champions League. In early 2025, Legia won the Conference League round of 16 match against Molde. This win gave Poland a place in the top 15 of the UEFA coefficient rankings, which is the lowest place for which you get 2 clubs in the Champions League qualifiers. This story could now come full circle. One match day is what separates us. Iwo Rodriguez to Luberecki. Luberecki finds Jakub Łabojko on the penalty area. Wolski hits the crossbar. Fabio Ronaldo gets a rebound. Sends it long to Kraszniki. And we can end the first half with an equalizer. Mileta Rajovic with yet another goal. Ruben Winark gets it across. Rajovic. We even end up with a brace in the first half. I may as well say it. It was a fantastic season, after all. Raków Częstochowa won 3-1 and ended our Champions League dream. But I still can't say it was a bad season by any means. We went from the relegation fight to a fight for the title with 2 matches to go. Last Friday, Marek Papszun was finally announced as the new Legia manager. He is making a move from Raków Częstochowa, with whom he just finished 2nd in the Conference League stage. And today, we showed what is possible, as long as he can sort out the mess happening in Warsaw right now. But you may be wondering, how did Legia even get to this situation? And why they haven't signed a coach for 2 months? I explained the entire situation, as well as the most chaotic transfer saga in football, in the video that is on your screen right now.